Someone loves me. Someone's texting me. My phone's bleeping in the kitchen. 5:10. First of the month. Pinch punch. Pinch punch, first of the month. Let's wait for a few of you lovelies to come in. If you ever tune into my video channel, God bless you. And it takes a while because I do these live, so it takes time for people to pop in. I'm just a working man, and I'm in here just to sort of kind of spit the truths of what's going down on the street out there in the real world, not the world that you get given by the media, etc., etc. Yada, yada, yada. Lovely to see you all. We're going to be talking about Lord Jonathan Sumption. I don't get excited by politicians and law lords and all that. I don't. Because I just see men and women, right? And remember, Shakespeare said the world's a stage, didn't he? Hello, Sharon. How are you, darling? Adama. Beautiful name. Del Boy. White Sun. Bonnet the douche and all that. Del Boy. Lovely jubbly. Lovely jubbly. What's French for en suite? Yeah. Moving on. So, yeah, Lord Sumption. Just going to wait for a few of it to pile in. Yeah, we should get a few more. It's home time. Mind you, I don't suppose too many people are going to work. My mate's a Christian minister, runs a church locally. I'm not going to say what denomination, but it's a Christian church, and he's getting himself into right hot water. Now, there's a man, right, that 2 kids, wife, mortgage, you name it, got it all, got a nice little business going locally, but he's like, Dave, lockdown and this situation is killing people. And he's bought a leaflet round. It's in the front of my van now, so that when I'm out and about, people can see it and have a read of it. I'm carrying on as normal. That's what it says. I'll show you at some point. But anyway, the point is this. Him and his wife and kids have just been away to, I'm not going to say where this is or how many people are there, but to what they call a Christian retreat. Now, they've just spent 4 months there. And for those of you that can't count, no, you all can. If you're tuning into me, you can count. Marshall, hello, Squire, dib, dob, and all that. So that's 3, 6, 9, 12. That's 124 days, right? They've just spent him, wife, kids, with all these people, no money, tilling the land, growing all their own stuff, manufacturing stuff, this, that, the other, communing with many hundreds of people. These retreats exist, right? No one from the outside world can go in there. It's amazing just how powerful this doctrine is, Christian, whereas I see Christians as lukewarm nowadays. We are so lukewarm, it's unbelievable. We wouldn't even warm our toes up if we dipped it in. I'm not. I'm a hardcore Christian. Yeah, I'm hardcore. That's just how it is. Now, Lord Jonathan Sumption. Who is he? Well, firstly, he's a man. And he's a man that goes by the calling of Jonathan, right? And in the system that he works in, because you've got to understand, this is a system a bit like Monopoly. You've all played Monopoly, yeah? What lockdown? Yeah, exactly. I've never taken no notice of it. And my mate's come round here. I've just given him some vitamin D. He said, Dave, I've got a little bit of a tickly throat. He said, I went, do I care? I couldn't care less. Come on in. I've given him some vitamin D to take home with him. Some magnesium. He goes, he said, I like it. I said, you make sure you get yourself some. I'll give him quite a few anyway. He's off on his merry way. I don't walk in fear. Never have done, never will do. Fear is for losers. I'm not suggesting that when the police are kicking your door in and that you don't get that little fear flight thing. And that's a good thing because that's your part of your brain. That's your self-defense mechanism kicking in. Lauren, how are you, darling? 120 days, yeah. I thought it was 31 days in certain months, wasn't it? 31 days? 31 days? 31. I'm not sure. Anyway, it is what it is. Lovely to see you. In London, everybody, every day is like a Sunday morning. Yes, mate, Paulie Hart. Yeah. Hiya, mucker. Seeking truth. How are you, gorgeous? You all right? Sharon Pemble, absolutely beautiful. What lockdown? You've got to carry on as normal. We always used to watch the Carry On films. Barbara Windsor, Sid James, Terry Thomas. The list goes on. Great times. Carry On Regardless. Great film. Carry On Regardless. Carry On Camping. Carry On at Pompeii. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, 28 last month. Oh, yeah. Oh, I tell you. Actually, no, they've been home for about 4 weeks. But he was telling me about his experience there. So, right, here's the thing I'm going to get to. He runs a church and he's racking with all of his congregation and the people that run the church because he's going, this ain't right. What is going on? This is the beast system coming in. We can't have this. He's now watching UK Column. And he says to me, do you watch it, Dave? I said, what? Brian Gerrish? He said, yeah. I said, I know Brian Gerrish. I said, I've known Brian for years. And he went, don't get me wrong, I don't know Brian on a real personal, deep one-to-one level, but we've spoke, we've communicated, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, the point is this. My mate, who is 2 + 2, mortgage, you name it, him and his people and his friends and family are now watching UK Column. Mate, ain't that just a blessing? Because change has to come from the inside, right? You have to change on the inside before you... It's like a dime bar. You've got to change the inside. That's what we have to do. Anyway, Lord Sumption, right? This guy, Jonathan, acting as Lord Jonathan Sumption. What sort of life do... actually, by the way, I've got to get this one in. It's so funny, right? The other month, we had the African strain. Now, what you had to do with the African strain, you had to supply your bank details. Because as it got you, it told you that you've inherited a fortune from a late, great, distant grandfather that you knew you never had. And all you had to do with the African strain was give it your sort code and your account number, and it was going to bump it straight in there. But now, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a Brazilian strain. Are you keeping? We've now got a Brazilian strain, right? My Lord Jesus Christ, give me strength. Jesus Jones says, I got the new toilet strain. Listen, duck. You need that toilet duck, mate. I'm telling you. We've now got the Brazilian strain. We've had the African strain. We've got the Spanish strain. We've had all these different strains coming in. Remember, I was a new strain coming in. Come on. Oh, my last video got pulled from YouTube. I got a strike. I don't know what that means. It is like American football or something when you play up against all. Strike, you're out. That kind of a thing. And they've said, oh, you've mentioned the 1984 chicken coma. You're not allowed to. So I've got to be a little bit spicy and saucy with my words. And hopefully I'll try not to trip up along the way. Anyway, Jonathan Sumption. What sort of life do we think we're protecting? There is more to life than the avoidance of death. Life is a drink with friends. Life is a crowded football match or a live concert. Life is a family celebration with children and grandchildren. Life is companionship, an arm around one's back, laughter or tears shared at less than 2 meters. These things are not just optional extras. They are life itself. They are fundamental to our humanity, to our existence as beings. And this is a guy that is a high circuit judge. He ain't no tinfoil hat wearer, all right? He's really not. Yeah, the strains, you got to have a strain, mate. I don't know. You know, the Brazilian strain, was it coming in a little box with a little tight strip on it with a waxing strip either side? That's the variant again. When you go to the doc, I've got the Brazilian strain. Do you reckon? Lay down, son, I'll get the waxing pot down. Yeah, we're going to have the waxing pot. Big time. Yeah. Honestly, peeps, you can't... I'm just like, really? Are people still swallowing this, whatever it is that they're swallowing? You know, I personally, I just don't get it. I need a good laugh. There will be another 3 strains by Gillette. Yeah, but Rich, where are they coming from, son? What part of the world are they going to be coming in from? Bosh. Landed. The Brazilian strain landed. Bosh. We've had the African strain. Yeah, Bosh, get out there. Get in them ditches and wash with that water, man. Come on. Let's have it. Unbelievable. You can't make it up. You can't make it up. I don't know who Doris the Explorer up at number 10 thinks he is, trying to pull the wool over our eyes. But what Doris the Explorer fails to realise is we ain't as stupid as he thinks. Are we? We're not as stupid as they think, are we? Oh, come on, people. We're the backbone of this country, right? My mate, I spoke to him on Saturday, traveling all through Europe, delivering stuff, right? Computers, anything. If someone wants something delivered, say it's got to go to Helsinki, he'd deliver it. It could be a bag of plasma, it could be computers, it could be a chest of drawers. Cost people a fortune. But again, he's not once worn a mask on any of these ferries or whatever. He's traveling all the way through Europe, right? No problems at all because the roads are empty. He went to drop a load of, he said he dropped 6 computers off in Sweden. He said, and a woman opened up the door for him to walk into some restaurant to get a bit of grub, and she gave him a big smile. And he went inside. He said to himself, man, I've missed seeing people smile, right? I bet you've all missed seeing, like, I'm going out around the shops. Where did I go? I went up and filled up one of my LPG gas bottles earlier because I'm into doing that now. I'm like Dangerous Brian. If I go bang, I'll go bang. It don't bother me. But I'm filling me up my own gas bottles to run my house on. It's working out really well. And by the way, if you want to know how to fill up LPG cylinders, just let me know. I'll tell you, there's a way to do it, and you want to be very careful. So I'm down there, and the woman behind the counter, all I can see is this part. I'm like, I can't see what her emotions is. I can't see whether she's poking her tongue out at me. Do you know what I mean? Her hand went up a bit. I think she was picking her nose. I'm thinking, what's going on here? Do you know what I mean? But I really badly missed when I got. I mean, obviously at home, this is a non-mask wearing venue, ladies and gentlemen. We don't wear them around here. We never have worn them around here. Why? Because I don't fear death. Do you fear death? I don't. Couldn't care less. Mrs. She ain't wearing them. I'm not wearing them. I just don't get it. But I miss seeing people smiles. We're people. We gauge people. If a geezer's going to come up and stick a knife in you, you can normally see the venom in his face, bosh. But if you've got a mask on, you don't know whether they're smiling, laughing. You just don't know, do you? It is hiding a lot of garlic breath, though. I will give it that one. It is hiding a lot of garlic breath, for sure. But people are obviously also causing a lot of problems to their immune system because they're breathing back in their own products of combustion, which their body's trying to get. Your body breathes, man. It's trying to get rid of stuff. Don't get me wrong. You're not going to want to be up to people's faces out in the high street wanting to French kiss them. You don't want to be that close. But guys, when you're breathing, you want to breathe out into the atmosphere. And look, I said to my mate earlier when he come round, like the one that runs this church, yeah, I said to him, some days that door there, I said, the sun shines through it so brightly that it shines like a column of light and comes down to the floor and hits different areas depending on what time of day it is. I said, and in that column of light, which is really vivid and really bright, you'll see millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dust particles. Billions of dust particles just in that. You can see it. You've all seen it, right? When the sun's beaming in, you can see all the dust. How are you going to avoid any of that, ladies and gentlemen? How are you? But what you can do is you can't control the environment out here, outside, inside. You can't control that. But what you can try and do, ladies and gentlemen, is control the inside environment. It's like your body's like a spacesuit. Yeah? If you go into space and you get a puncture, you're gonna die. You're gonna die. There's just no two ways about it. Your survival, that's your survival suit. And your body is your survival suit. And part of that survival suit is to breathe in, transfer out, but what you give out, you don't want to be taking back into your temple, people. Let me tell you. And everyone out there at the minute, if you ain't wearing a face nappy, they're falling into hedgerows. They're walking on the other side of the roads. It's a potential risk. People are leaping into hedgerows. And whenever you go out, you ain't got a mask on, the way people look at you, man, it's like, oh, you're the unclean. My mate who runs a church was raring with his neighbour over the fence the other day. I said, Rich, you don't want to be raring with all your neighbours because that's what the system wants. You're raring with your neighbours. That's what he wants. He's trying to incite you. Let it wash over you, man. Let it wash over you. Let it wash. Colloidal gold. Yes, 3 wise men. It's a gift. Actually, gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Woo! When that's in the Bible, little baby Jesus, and they come and the three wise men. I've got a little thing called Three Wise Men Productions, which I haven't done for a long time, but it's how I started off, right? Myrrh, frankincense, and gold are so good for the body. It is unbelievable. And people say, gold? How can you get gold in your body? Well, you've got gold in your body anyway. You've got gold, silver, cadmium, iodinium. You've got so many metals in your body. You've got no idea. No idea. You've also got a lot of mercury generally from your fillings. But the point is this: monatomic gold. Monatomic gold. That's what the Egyptians used to take. That's the monatomic gold used to connect them to spirit. Used to connect them to God, whatever it was, because it's a pathway. Monatomic gold is a pathway. But anyway, that's a story for another day. I see me mate Chico Slimani. You remember Chico Dan? He's out there. He's still spreading lots of love, lots of fantastic vibes. And listen, you need to be. I don't want none of my peeps getting deep down and dirty. I don't want you screaming and shouting, people. I want you out there spreading the love, spreading the greatness. Keep that high vibration. Keep smiling. Tell people you love them. When they grizzle at you, tell them, do you know, I love you, man. I just wish I could see you smile. Do you know how much I miss seeing your faces? Do you know how much I miss seeing your faces? Do you? You ain't got a Scooby-Doo? Yeah, well, it protects you. People are wearing 3 or 4 at a time now. On the great advice of these Obi-Wans that come out of government that don't know their bum from their elbow. Let's be honest. Dr. Fauci. Oh, Fauci says you got to do that. Well, who is Fauci? Come on. It's too much now, you know. It's this level of insanity has gone beyond. And ladies and gentlemen, before I disappear, because I literally come in here to talk to you about Jonathan Sumption and that, I've got to go and do stuff. But I wanted to say the level of fear that's been placed in the people is outrageous, from the newspapers to Piers Morgan to all of them. And all they say is, oh, lefty conspiracy theorists or right-wingers, they're just all trigger words. And it's so easy to get triggered. But rather than just have open, frank debates about things, you know, we've now got a system that pretty much owns and controls every multifaceted layer. In France, you're not allowed out after 9 o'clock at night until 6 in the morning. They've now curfewed their people in France. And if you get seen out in the street, you're going to get bashed by the gendarmeries and you're going to get taken down the cells. Tell me you're living in a free world and tell me you're living in a free country. Peeps, I love you all. I want to laugh, smile, because that is what life is all about. Listen to what Sumption said. Life is more than focusing about death, because if you're focusing about death and what could happen, you're not living your life. Piers Corbyn, he's a shield. Don't know, I've never met him. If oxygen gets toxic at depth, even though you're in close space from the outside, why doesn't the opposite happen when they go into space? Lord only knows. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't control the media, but I can give it a good go and try and get you to think with your own minds, with your own rationale. We live on a clown planet. Trust me, we live on a clown planet, and common sense and rationale have disappeared out the window. People don't have common sense anymore, and it's things we need to get back to basics. Anyway, I love you all very much. Stay blessed, stay safe, stay smiling. Don't let this get you down. If this any time this is ever getting you down, we got one chance. It's called the Bible. Amen, brother. My Bible is never far from me. Never. I walk in the way of the Lord 24 hours a day. That's what we're here for. We're here to bring back dominion to every single one of you. Trust me, we're going to get it. I love you all. I'll see you all soon. I might even come back late tonight. You don't know. Watch this space. I'll see you soon. Everything I do is impromptu. Whenever I've got 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, I want to come in and talk to me people, because then hopefully, like my friend who was mainstream, he runs a church, he does this, that, he's now addicted to UK column. That's how people are changing. That's the effect social media are having on the world and people in large. And I hope it continues, and it continues in the right direction. And that warp speed, light working, beautifulness is just amazing. Like peeps, I love you so much. I'm getting my tongue tied now because I know I've got to go and do other stuff. I might be back later. Watch this space. I'll see you all very soon. Love you all.